Patriots, and welcome to the first official Mason Cable News broadcast of the school year. We hope you enjoyed your summer break and are ready for another great year. My name is Alexis Whitted.
And I am Kirsten Robinson. We're excited to bring you the news throughout the semester on and off campus. But mentioning transitioning out of summer, how have your last few weeks at school been, Alexis?
It's been good. I can't even believe that fall is starting this weekend and that October is coming. I'm very sad because summer is like the best season ever. I don't want it to get cold, so I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself for that. How about you?
I actually like the cold. I'm from Maine, so the cold doesn't bother me that much, so fall's one of my favorite seasons.
Queen
so
Elsa
pretty.
Over here. Wow. We'd like to start the show sending our condolences to the United Kingdom, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and Dominica. Last Friday, the United Kingdom suffered another terror attack when an explosive device detonated at Parsons Green Underground Station in London. 30 people were injured in the incident, suffering mostly burn injuries, but none of the injuries were considered life-threatening. On Tuesday afternoon, central Mexico was devastated by a 7.1 magnitude earthquake, killing more than 200 people. And yet another powerful Category 4 hurricane has completely destroyed the small island of Dominica and is barreling toward Puerto Rico now.
The George Mason community will never forget the innocent lives that were lost on September 11, 2001. 16 years ago, nearly 3,000 lives were lost when terrorists associated with Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 commercial airplanes. 2 planes hit the Twin Towers in New York City and another hit the Pentagon in Arlington County, Virginia. The final plane, headed for the U.S. Capitol, lost control as passengers wrestled for control. Memorializing the anniversary, the university held the 5th annual Mason Nation 9/11 Day of Service, which is part of the nationwide memorial of the September 11th tragedy. Many patriots volunteered at the memorial service. The event was captured by Mason photographers Ron Era and Evan Cantwell. Sponsored by the Office of Diversity, Inclusion, and Multicultural Education and the Office of Student Involvement, students at George Mason University were given the rare opportunity to meet 2-time Democratic presidential candidate and civil rights activist, Reverend Jesse Jackson. Last Friday evening, September 15th, Reverend Jackson visited our Fairfax campus to encourage students to vote. Because he came prepared, students were able to register at the event. During his time at Mason, he delivered a 30-minute lecture addressing the recent white supremacist violence in Charlottesville.
Last week, U.S. News and World Report released its 2018 rankings of colleges and universities. George Mason University was ranked as the most diverse university in Virginia, and it tied for the 22nd most diverse university in the entire country. Here's Bria Lloyd with more of the story.
Mason's campus is filled with students from various cultural, racial, religious, and socioeconomic backgrounds. George Mason was recently ranked the most diverse school in the state of Virginia by U.S. News and World Report. Aside from being the most diverse university in Virginia, Mason tied for the 22nd most diverse school nationally.
Diversity means people from different backgrounds, different cultures. I have a lot of friends here that aren't necessarily from one race. They're all from different races, and I learn a lot about their culture.
Like many universities, GMU has an Office for Diversity, Inclusion, and Multicultural Education, which is commonly referred to as ODIME.
Diversity, Inclusion, and Multicultural Education. Jose speaking, and may I help you?
The special thing with ODIME is how much they've been able to expand and extend their reach in terms of the trainings that they give, support for students.
George Mason awarded more bachelor's degrees to minority students than any other Virginia institution.
In terms of what ODIME has been able to do, not only with the resources that they have been given, but with the immense power and determination of the students who come here every day, that really does inspire me.
Reporting from Mason Cable News, Bria Lloyd.
Come join student involvement this Friday for the rescheduled Moonlight Breakfast. The event will be at North Plaza at 8 p.m. The live event will include a DJ, a variety of performances, and free breakfast foods. They will also be giving away new Fight Song t-shirts while supplies last.
The City of Fairfax is hosting Rock the Block this Friday, September 22nd, and again on October 27th from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. Come out and enjoy live music, food vendors, and, as age permits, the beer garden. It is encouraged that you bring your own chairs and blankets, as seating will not be provided. No pets will be permitted, with the exception of service animals. The White Ford Bronco, a 90s cover band, will be performing on September 22nd.
Curious about the weather forecast for the upcoming days? Here's Raven Royal with your weather report.
Hello Patriots, my name is Raven Royal and this is your weekly weather update in part by the GMU Weather Club. As we near the end of the 4th week of the semester, we have quite a nice week ahead of us. Hurricane Jose is now a post-tropical system which will continue to move further away from the East Coast and have no effect on our area. An upper-level high-pressure system will begin to move into our region Tuesday night, resulting in dry conditions and high temperatures. High temperatures should remain in the low to mid-80s for the remainder of the week. If you plan on going out for the evening or if you have an evening class, then you might want to grab a light sweater as temperatures will drop to the mid-60s. The nice weather should continue into the weekend and early next week with temperatures remaining in the low 80s. It's the perfect weekend to head out to an outdoor fall festival. As we enjoy this nice weather, Puerto Rico is preparing to be hit by yet another storm. Hurricane Maria is strengthening to a Category 5 hurricane. Maria is the 13th named storm of the hurricane season. A Category 5 storm is the most catastrophic storm there is. With potential to reach wind speeds of up to 160 miles per hour, this storm is expected to do major damage. The good news is that this storm is not expected to have any impact on our area. For up-to-date and current weather, please visit the link displayed on the screen. Enjoy your nice days outside, Mason Nation.
Are you interested in working for the federal government? This week is Government Week at Mason. Since Monday, Career Services has been hosting events and workshops designed to prepare students for careers in government and politics. Events earlier this week focused on topics such as federal resume writing and getting jobs at various levels of government. 2 more events are coming up this Thursday and Friday, which will focus on careers in government contracting and the CIA. If you are interested in either of these events, you can visit careers.gmu.edu for more information.
Continuing with the Government Week theme, on Friday, September 22nd, the President of Malta, Her Excellency Marie-Louise Coluriero Preca, will be at Mason's Arlington campus. Listen to Her Excellency speak on peace beyond the patriarchy at the 28th Annual Lynch Lecture at George Mason University's School for Conflict Analysis and Resolution. The Lynch Lecture, named for benefactors Edwin and Helen Lynch, was created to bring conflict theories and ideas to the university community at large. The lecture is at 7 p.m. in the Founders Hall Auditorium.
Change is coming to the Fairfax County area. Angelique Arentak has more with this story. And sit tight, because Cody Borden will be here with the sports report after the package, and following after is the roundtable discussion on the Emmys. You're watching Mason Cable News.
The Mason Shuttle system can take you where you need to go free of charge. One of its stops is the well-known Fair Oaks Mall, located right here in Fairfax County, Virginia. The mall is reportedly closing down Sears and replacing it with a Dave & Buster's. The next nearest Dave & Buster's is located at the Springfield Mall, notably a longer drive for Mason students than this soon-to-be Fair Oaks location. New restaurants are also in order at Fair Oaks, but no official word has been released. Recently, however, the mall has been getting recognition for its new dessert shop called Monster Roll Ice Cream. This unique place in Fairfax creates Instagram-worthy delights. Some of the flavors available are cookies and cream, matcha, and fruity unicorn, just to name a few. Angelique Arentak reporting for Mason Cable News.
Hello Patriots, my name is Cody Borden and here's your sports report for this week. Tonight at 7, the George Mason men's soccer team welcomes East Tennessee State. They will be a tough opponent as they won the Southern Conference and received an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament last year. The Patriots have a current record of 3-2-1. The women's tennis team started their 2017-2018 season this weekend at the Mary Washington Kickoff Classic. Freshmen Brianna Gibbs and Hannah Yang had strong debuts with a combined 4-0 record in singles and a 2-1 mark as partners in doubles. The tennis team will be back in action this weekend at the Mount St. Mary's Invitational. The women's soccer team is currently on a 3-game winning streak. Their latest win was over Penn after a goal from junior Rebecca Callison. This streak has the potential to turn the team's season around. They were outscored 14-2 in their first 6 games, but over the course of this win streak, Mason has outscored its opponents 10-2. The women's volleyball team defeated Loyola in a 5-set nail-biter. In this match, sophomore outside hitter Bailey Williams had 17 kills, tying her career high. Coach Ilkson called the victory a complete and total team effort. The Patriots finished their non-conference play with a 4-9 record. The team's conference play begins on September 23rd. Looking ahead to the basketball season, men's head coach Dave Paulson announced that Ryan Frazier and Tyler Jorns have joined the staff as graduate managers. Frazier was a defensive presence in the Bucknell program from 2012 to 2016. Jorns is a familiar face to the Patriots program. He has served 4 seasons as the head undergraduate student manager and another 3 years as director of player development. That will do it for this week's Sports Report. Reporting from the RAC, I'm Cody Borden with Mason Cable News.
The 2017 Emmy Awards occurred Sunday on CBS with late-night comedian Stephen Colbert as the host. Celebrating television, Elizabeth Moss won Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series for her role as Offred in the Hulu original series A Handmaid's Tale, which also won Outstanding Drama Series. Other winners included Veep for Outstanding Comedy Series, Donald Glover, Alec Baldwin, and Alexander Skarsgård. A breakout moment was the end of Colbert's opening monologue, when former press secretary Sean Spicer poked fun at his own role at the press secretary podium. The awards held a Trump-centric tone, with mentions in the monologue, intermittent jokes, and Alec Baldwin winning Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy for his Saturday Night Live portrayal of President Trump. The Emmys this year tied with the 2016 broadcast at 11.3 million viewers, an all-time low in total viewers. What are your thoughts on the Emmys, Kristen?
I love watching the Emmys and other shows like that. They seem so interesting to me. I love seeing how everyone gets dressed up and walks the red carpet.
Yes, definitely.
This year's Emmys did have a lower viewing audience, but I still love watching them for the entertainment factor, seeing all the fashion. I didn't quite agree with some of the jokes and stuff that in this year's Emmys because of the Trump-centric monologue with Sean Spicer poking fun at himself. But all in all, I love the entertainment factor of the Emmys and all those shows like that.
Yeah, definitely. I think that as people start cutting cable, live award shows like this start going down in viewership.
Definitely.
Because I don't have cable, so I don't get to watch things live. Like, I watch stuff on Hulu when it comes on after it shows, but I'm definitely here for all the fashion. I don't know if you saw Yara Shahidi's Prada dress, but it was beautiful.
Amazing.
So, yeah, I love it. Mason Nation, thank you for tuning into our first official broadcast of the semester. Be sure to tune back each Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. for more news on and off campus.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at MCN on TV, on Twitter and Facebook at Mason Cable News, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Mason Cable Network. I'm Kirsten Robinson.
And I'm Alexis Whitted. Have a great rest of your week.
Bye.